Hello and welcome to my daughter's Alice in Wonderland first birthday party. I'm walking you through here everything that I got. Majority of it came from Amazon and Target. I went through and tried to find pieces that were simpler and didn't have a lot of crazy pattern, but I still wanted to be true to the Alice in Wonderland theme. I've been dying to do this for my daughter since the minute I knew she was a girl. I was so excited. I love everything about Alice in Wonderland because there's so many different directions you could go with this. I've seen people do this for first birthdays, bridal showers, 21st birthdays. I've even seen some weddings. Like you can go classic tea party, or you could go the crazy like Disney theatric, or you could go the classic Alice in Wonderland like Through the Looking Glass with the Johnny Depp movie, or you could even go the true classic of the book itself. One nice thing is online through Amazon and different party planning sites, they have a lot of birthday bundles, which makes it so convenient, especially when you're planning so many different things from your menu to the decor and everything in between. I went through and watched the movie, found some stuff on Pinterest, but I found these adorable flamingos. I thought personally they were going to be much larger. Originally, I was going to have like a whole croquet area, and then I realized I can't imagine a bunch of kids running around with croquet mallets, so we passed on that. So instead, I'm going to be using these for the centerpieces on the table. I used these along with I got a roll of moss. Instead of making it a really long table runner like a lot of different sites and different people have used, I cut them into squares and making like individual centerpieces. In addition to the flamingos, I plan on using, I found a set of teacups that my sweet neighbor actually found for us at Goodwill. And honestly, they were the most perfect thing. It was a mix match set. I kind of wanted it to be like imperfect, and they were the perfect thing that was added to the table. I also found these oversized playing cards. I had a couple ideas for these where you could scatter them around, or you could put them in I saw some people put them in like bushes. I was also thinking about hanging them off of like a clear fishing line off of one of our trees. And then this here I absolutely loved, and I was so disappointed it didn't work out for actual party, but it goes around the high chair. And I love the patterns and everything. It's like the true classic Alice in Wonderland with the baby blue, the red, and the checkered. And it also came with, it's like a one banner that etched like a deck of cards, and it actually matched her theme perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and link everything that I had found on Amazon and through Target as much as I can in the description below if you're interested. I actually filmed this 2 nights before her party just to save some time. We had family coming in that following night from out of town, and I just knew with all the extra hands, stuff could get misplaced or whatnot. So I figured it'd be easy just to take time, sit down myself, inventory everything that I had found throughout the last few months, and assemble anything I possibly could do that save us time the morning of. For her actual birthday, we had it on her actual birthday on a Sunday, and we had like it was like a brunch theme. So I try to time it. It's so hard to figure out timing for your 1 year old's birthday party because most of the time they're either taking two naps or one at that point, and you want them to be at the best that they can be. So I try to time it perfectly for her nap schedule. So she had a wake window between 11 and 2, and that's the time that I set for the party. Now I'm just assembling one of the Wonderland banner signs that came in one of the bundles I found on Amazon. It came with this banner, I believe it was a couple of the paper, uh, like expandable fan type of flowers. It also came with some blow up balloons, any like the swirly uh, flat lay designs of it, like from Alice in Wonderland that you could hang up on different surfaces. It was a really good bundle. Unfortunately, it was really windy that day, so we couldn't use everything that I wanted to. I also found these really cute photo props, and this was really inexpensive. I couldn't believe how many pieces were actually in it. If I remember correctly, it was like 45 to 50 pieces, and I thought it'd be fun to do like a little photo area. I will show you here at the end where we use like the paper flowers on the backdrop, and then I put like a one banner. A lot of the guests had fun with that, especially the younger kids. Now onto the party favors. So for my son's first birthday party, I realized a lot of the kids that were there were the age of 1 or slightly older, and realistically, they weren't going to play with any of the trinket little toys that you can find at like the Dollar Tree and that. So I put the money that we would have used for that into like getting gifts for like the parents. So for his party, I had done like little like wine tumbler things for the moms that said like mom's mousecatool, and then I got little koozies made for dads that said like dad's mousecatool. His birthday party theme was Mickey Mouse. But for Tegan's here, I decided to do little like satchel things of tea bag. And then I added a little tag that said drink me and a little message on the back that said thank you for joining us to celebrate Tegan. Love our family. All the adults really seemed to like it, but I was trying to find the true Alice in Wonderland like font where it's like little whimsical. So I actually just went on to font.com and brought up their alphabet and then I just hand wrote it all. I have a Cricut and I know like after the fact I probably could have just used that and then they all would have been uniform, but I was trying to just make it look like it was more hand drawn. So I did a few of them, and my poor brother, when he came to the town, his handwriting is amazing. So he went through and did all the rest of them for me. Shout out to Ryan. Thank you so much again. Because we had kids of various ages, everything from a few months old all the way up to I believe it was 12, we decided to try to do this cute little Mad Hatter station. So I found these pop-up hats on Amazon, but I think they were through actually Oriental Training. But they came in, I think it was a 12 pack of different colored hats like this, and they're kind of nice because they're accordion, so they store well. And I just got various little gems, and I have this glued dots, which worked fantastic to put like the pipe cleaners. I did like swirled them. I brought letters so the kids could decorate with little puff balls. Like they had so much fun doing this, and it was something simple and it was inexpensive. And this is stuff that you can use again for your kids if you have leftover stuff. Another cute craft idea I did see that I was actually going to try to do was a painting the roses red theme. So you can either print off like just colored paper and then have the kids like color, or I was even thinking about just finding like artificial like cheap white flowers and having them paint them red and just scatter them throughout like the bushes and the different greeneries on the property. Typically, I like to make all the desserts for the birthday parties, but I knew I had so much on my hand with like everyone coming into town, and now that I have two, so I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, I just didn't have time. So I went ahead and ordered just a smash cake at one of our local bakeries and like 40 different cupcakes. I just did simple pink icing, but then I went and found fondant myself and I wanted to recreate Alice's happy and birthday cake. So I just took regular white fondant, add food coloring, rolled it in, and so initially I made the pearl like swags around it. Then I just added blue food coloring to the white fondant, and I decided to punch out these little hearts, or I'm sorry, the little flower shapes. If you ever look at the actual happy on birthday cake, it's so cute. It's very similar to this. But I was going to manually cut out the flower, and then I reminded myself that I actually had a like lunch making kit that I had for when Declan goes to school here in the fall, and I remember there was a flower in it, so that saved me so much time. So I'm going around right now and just adding the blue flowers to the outside here. And this was like such a special little touch that a lot of people commented like, "Oh, I completely forgot about that in the movie." I thought it was absolutely adorable. It was Tegan's favorite part to sit there and like pick apart the little fondant and the icing. I thought for sure she would have went all in on it, but she was so dainty with it until the very end where she ripped it in half. So now I'm making the candle for it. I know typically you could probably find one like this, but I just twirled, it was like a lavender and white around a toothpick is what I did. And then I took a piece of orange fondant and put it on top of it to make it look a little candle. I typically always find my food dye like this and my fondant. I believe it's the Wilson brand. I always get it at Walmart. I swear, like it doesn't matter which one I go to, they always have a good selection, even the smaller ones. So that's just my go-to. It's not like the main dessert, but it helped a lot. But I went ahead and I just massaging the gel into the fondant itself. It ended up being a much brighter orange than I thought. I would actually highly recommend using gloves if you can help it, otherwise your hands might be stained, but I was able to get it off. But I'm pretty happy with the way it ended up. This is the morning of her actual birthday. Tegan is such a little tomboy and such a little diva. She's obsessed with her bows and her little shoes here. This outfit was amazing. It held up so well throughout the whole party. Now I'm going to walk you through some of our setup. This was the dessert area with the smash cake and some of the various cupcakes. A lot of family brought desserts and food to help. These are some of the teacups and plates that we had, a charcuterie board that Shane's aunt made, and a beautiful backdrop here for the photos. And these are some of the photo props. We have a great entertaining space in our backyard that I couldn't wait to host this party for, where it's finally warm, and I could not be happy with the way it turned out. We tried to do the Mad Hatter like longer table where we could fit like the majority of our guests, and it worked out absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos to come.